Third position, Troop Transports Disposal Facility Artillery, 1, 2, 3. Jessica, that's not probably going to last in the row. Somebody's going to blow that up. The Surgeon, also a very scary card. This card is strong. And two incredible Talaxu cards if you can save up. So, no Ariana that we can pick here, unfortunately. What's the next best thing? Probably Ilban, right? Ilban or Paul, but we played a lot of Paul recently. Let's play Ilban. I don't know. I think Paul's a little bit more fun. The thing is, there's no Leto here, so Ilban kind of goes uncontested. The techs aren't particularly good for either of them. Let's go, Ilban. I've uploaded too many wins recently. This will probably be a loss because I usually lose on Ilban. He is not exactly my best leader. We'll say that much. Interesting hand. No ring, but double experimentations. Only 3 persuasion. The reveal on the Surgeon is a little weird. We don't usually want to lose troops for specimens. But his card is stronger than it looks. Double experimentation is nice. Paul to fold space, okay. A laser smuggling. So we get the next best thing, which in this case is wealth. At least for Ilban as well. Especially because Yuna's sitting behind us. So Paul then goes to Secrets. That's an interesting play. It's not probably what I would have done, but it is interesting.
Hello?
3... Oh, who is this?
I'm
sorry, I'm recording a video. Alright, he's gone. 3 cards in hand. Didn't play his ring. So we have no reason to expect that he has any particularly high amount of persuasion, but he probably does have 3. Might be worth getting rid of the Surgeon by blowing up the row. I'm not sure. We can also... We don't have convincings, which means there's 2 convincings in the deck, which means we could potentially high roll into Jessica, right? Dagger 2 convincings does it. It's not very likely, but it could happen. But we could also go to Arakeen at this point, too. pretty much every card we could draw if Mentat is useful. Dagger is probably the least, but even Dagger can go tech negotiation. So I think Mentat makes sense. Well, depending on how much persuasion we have, we might nuke the road here. We have a lot. If we play Signet Ring to Arakeen, it's a 1 in 3 chance we get to 7. I'm gonna let the Surgeon go. Yuna blows the row up. She's not having it. I'd like some replacement eyes. It's one of my favorite cards, and I haven't gotten to play it in the digital version yet. New tech is Chimurky. Okay. Paul has 4, so he doesn't get to the replacement eyes or the Piter, but takes the clandestine meeting. Which is definitely interesting. What's Eliza got? And do we think Yuna has 5? I think she probably does. Because why else would she go tech negotiation? She blew up the road before she went. We don't need to go Arakeen now. Because we're not getting... We're at 5, which is the relevant amount. So... let's just go ahead and hit Karthag, I guess. Ambush. That's pretty good. Lays at 9, so we need to be at 5 to beat her. We can't go to 5. This is 8. That's not enough. We go to 6. I mean, if I have to get Piter, I'm not going to be sad, but I definitely would prefer the replacement eyes. Cool. Okay. Redraw Reconnaissance and also Dagger. Not the cards I wanted to redraw, but it's okay. We have Graft, which is cool, which means now that we have the replacement eyes, we can pick up all those sort of Graft-dependent cards, like the one that Paul just grabbed last round. We want to hit Smuggling. We probably won't get it. Eliza will probably get the Smuggling. Oh, we don't even have yellow, so it's not a factor. Maybe we just hit Wealth. Smuggle next round. No Mentat here. We're just hitting Wealth for the sake of it, basically. Although Mentat is good, like it gets us to replacement eyes. It might get us to our experimentations. It would really be quite powerful to Mentat here. The only problem is it costs us Solari so long as we don't place in the combat. But if we do place in the combat, we're fine. We have 2 troops. Could be worth it. We definitely Wealth first action. The second action, I'm not sure. Chooses to deny Paul Interstellar. Hype crit. Not hypocrite, hype crit. One thing I've noticed with this microphone is way too sensitive. It picks up like every time I like shift my weight in the chair or I move the chair back. It like picks it up really loud. I need to probably work on toning that down. We want to get to 3 or 4 specimens. Either is fine. We have no faction in this set, so we don't expect to draw in any faction. But I think Min-Tap makes sense because the odds that we can place in the combat with 2 troops are pretty good. And as long as we place, we get Swordmaster next round. I think it's doable. Okay, it's actually guaranteed because Ilban just went tech negotiation. So we do Min-Tat here. If we draw Replacement Eyes, I'll be immensely happy. If we draw Experimentation, I'll be happy. Signet Ring is good too. So pretty much anything besides the Convincing is desired. The Convincing is fine if combined with other stuff. If we get Piter here, I'll be very happy too. So yeah, we don't really want to reveal the Replacement Eyes is all, because we want to play the thing. Buys the Chimurki, early Chimurki. Reveals invasion ships. We didn't pick up Replacement Eyes. We did pick up a Specimen, which means that we're going to be able to get the Stitched Horror this round, unless Paul, or less reliably... Well, Ilban can't have it. Paul probably could. But he already played his ring. How is it possible he played his ring but didn't shuffle his deck? Should force him to shuffle, shouldn't it? In any case, I don't think he can get the 3 specimens either, so I think we just get the Stitched Horror. There's an argument to be made that the Slurp is actually better than the Stitched Horror. I have played with Stitched Horror a few times, and I haven't played with the Slurp, so maybe we want to do this instead. It's a cool card. It's a really cool card. It does reveal for specimens too, so it does pay you back. Currently we're at 5 persuasion, which is enough for Piter. Although we're going to play our ring, which is going to take us down to 4. Where do we play it to? I think just Carthage. It's the only real place we can take it, isn't it? More waiter, more intrigue cards, please. We definitely place. We're actually going to get 4 Solari out of this. Things are all coming up Millhouse so far. Doesn't take the Piter yet. There we go. Knew that was going to happen. This is probably a detonate the row situation, but I think an opponent... That's a very good card. I think an opponent will do it, so I'm just going to wait and let them use their tokens. You know, the planned coupling is actually pretty good. I wouldn't blow the row up. I'd pick up the planned coupling, I think. This row I would blow up. Do we have green in the next hand? It's not guaranteed. We ought to try to pick up some green if possible. From the tanks is green. I mean, I would prefer to have you slurp. Ooh, there's green. That's not green. It's not green either. I like throne room politics, but I don't want to be buying cards that aren't green right now. So I'm just going to go ahead and use the token. Hello, beautiful. We found our goal. Unfortunately, I think we just picked double liaisons here. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 green in the discard pile, so it's more than half green, and we're drawing 2 cards. So it's like a 70-ish% chance, I think, that we're going to draw. Yeah, we're good. So we do this and this, I think, and we use replacement eyes on the third action. So do this, decline the graft, do the first research of the game for us. Now we have the slurp. So barring a good draw from one of these two, we're going to get that. Let's go ahead and... Oh, wait, hold on. If we actually... Hold on. We don't have to take Solari if we... And we can go up instead if we... But who cares? Who cares about that? Let's take the Solari. Yeah, let's take the Solari. We're Ilban of all people. There's no voice, so unlike that Armand game, no one can screw us out of our birthright here. I wouldn't grab planned coupling to fold space. The point of planned coupling is to give you access on a weaker card. I guess it does let you draw 2, so you know it basically ends up being like a selective breeding, which is definitely worth something. I'm definitely going for this long reach though. This is my... I'm zeroed in on it. I've already got a graft card. It looks like my opponents are going to be drawing a lot of cards, so it might not be doable. We do get to draw a card from Swordmaster, which is pretty awesome. I also think we have a good shot of winning the combat, too. Well, now we found the card we want to trash with the replacement eyes. Feels good to be back to getting around 3 Swordmaster. Not as good as getting around 2 Swordmaster, but, you know, third position is kind of hard to do that. Paul's got 7 cards in hand. We may not be safe on this long reach. I think somebody's going to pick it up ahead of us. But we ought to probably hit Arakeen at some point and just double up, you know. Sorry, put 3 troops in is what I meant to say. If we win the combat, great. If we don't, we stage incident. It's kind of the ideal situation. 6 is still a good number to hit, because even if we don't get the long reach, we can get treachery. We actually have enough for High Council. But I don't think the persuasion matters. I think that they're going to So we're probably not going to win the combat now. Let's do this. No graft. Okay, that's pretty good. It sticks us back up to 6. So we would probably do end at 6 if we graft the replacement eyes to, like, a dagger. She has the 4, so we actually lose the slurp. And the long reach. Man, what a disappointment. What a disappointment. Yuna does have a way to use that, actually. Planned coupling plus long reach is going to be quite terrifying. We need to be aware of that. Paul looks like he's just going to go straight to SMF, which round 3 would be crazy to do. He ought to just pick up the treachery, but he might just go SMF. Goes power play. Planned coupling. Okay. So are we going to Arakeen or are we going to tech negotiation? Hypothetically, we could even go to Dreadnought. A Dreadnought this early could be good. We go to Air King, we're going to draw 2. This is interesting. We have 2 Fremen cards already. We don't have any BG cards. Better off probably trying to get the treachery, honestly. Do we go for the from the tanks here, I wonder? Maybe. If we went to Arakeen, I just don't think we would win the combat. I really don't see a way for it to happen. We could stage incident, but we can save this for later. I guess that one other advantage of Arakeen is that it would give us a card draw. It would run us through our deck. We actually want to draw the diplomacy. So let's do just a tech negotiation. We could go to Dreadnought. That could be kind of fun, just to have that going forward. But I think I like... Well, why not? Let's take us on a 5. It puts us out of range of the treachery, potentially. 3 and 4... 75% chance that we don't, though. So let's do this. Let's do it. We're going to draw 2. It will be fine. So, play area, we trash the dagger to draw the dagger. Then we draw experimentation, so we're fine. 5 specimens. So here's the thing about unnatural reflexes, right? We don't actually... Like, we don't actually have any research progress. We're not gonna get it for a while, so I don't think unnatural reflexes is worth it. Let's buy from the tanks. It could be good. Carino Genes is not horrible, actually. We have a card that grafts already. Going to Emperor is good, but we already have the friendship. Let's pick up the treachery. Reclaim forces here, I think. We just hit 3 green spaces in one round on Ilban. We just drew 3 cards this round from this leader. Kind of awesome. Here's crossing our fingers that we draw the replacement eyes again. No dice on that, but we have 7 persuasion. I don't think I should have bought the From the Tanks. It goes to green, sure, but what green spaces are we going to, really? We just got our Swordmaster. We're probably never getting our High Council. We already bought 1 Dreadnought. We have 0 Solari. It's good if we can graft it to a city with replacement eyes, but that's the only card that we have that grafts. So I think that was probably not advisable. I would have liked that disposal facility, but I have no spice, so hard for me to seriously object. I think we want to go to Arakeen. It gives us a 3rd troop, which we can put 3 troops in. But then we don't put our Dread in. We have to put, like, Dread 2 troops. So maybe we go Imperial Basin. Playing the Signet Ring is ideal because it gives us a 2nd spice that we can use for Mentat. She played a Fold Space. Now Paul's on Interstellar, but Yuna's going to beat him to it every round except next round. But not that impressive. Where'd he go down on? BG. Mimic Orders is worth something. It's not like we're probably going to get Mimic Orders this game, but a faction bump is good. And Yuna not having it is also good. So I think what we do here, Signet Ring to Imperial Basin. Throw in the Dread and a troop. And now we have the selective breeding option with Diplomacy later if we want it. And we also have the Mentat option too. We're kind of out Yunaing Yuna. Like, she makes Solare, sure, but we've gone Mentat like 3 times, taken a Swordmaster, taken a Dreadnought already. Hey, he did graph the clandestine meeting. This guy's got legs. This guy's going places. Three intrigues too. Stitch Horror. Yeah, he's going places. Nobody is doing a whole lot of researching in this game, though. So Leza doesn't waste time on those Mimic Orders. She just goes ahead and takes them. Let's go selective and trash the reconnaissance from hand, I think. But we want to go to Carthag, though. So if we want to go to Carthag, maybe we just ought to do it. We can strong-arm the troop if it looks like we're going to win. Early reveal, probably for the Firm Grip. No, Lisan. Okay, well, it's a BG card, so I get it. But if I were going to do that, I wouldn't want to early reveal. But she really didn't have any options because I went to Carthag. It's kind of, I guess, one advantage of doing things that way, huh? But letting that Firm Grip go is pretty dangerous. I mean, hell, I want it. It's dangerous if I get it. Paul doesn't have it. More intrigue cards for Paul. He's honestly doing really well. I don't think there's any way I lose this combat. You know, what would be perfect is if I could stage and still win because I had a Dreadnought. Firm Grip is gone. There's the From the Tanks. Can't be played. And we're all solo at this point. So where are we going? Well, cards aren't impressing me. Really? Could just go to Wealth. We don't have a ton of faction in this deck. Could go to Still Suits. Could Strong Arm, but then if we Strong Arm, we don't get the stage incident, so... Could go to Fold Space. I like Still Suits here. So what are we taking? I think Negotiate Withdraw is good because it gives us a troop for the Strong Arm. Could do Sister because Sister is Persuasion and it's taking a BG card away from Yuna. But I'm not so worried about that. Let's just take the Negotiate Withdraw as like a super liaison. And we don't want the Carino Genes, so we pass. Kynes is very good for us here. Stage Incident. Wow. That was pretty good. We don't really want to go to Emperor, so let's go Emperor 1. Fremen another one, and we could steal the Alliance with Treachery. Dread will take control away from Paul, because no one's going to go to Imperial Basin. There's our replacement eyes, and we can trash from discard. Trash that reconnaissance finally. Draw pile is experimentation. Who got the firm grip? I think it was Eliza, wasn't it? Probably we want to go to Haga Basin. We don't have the yellow. So what? Treachery to Hardy Warriors, probably? Could be treachery to selective breeding. Trash reconnaissance. Trash dagger. I think I like using treachery to steal an alliance, though. And we could use strong arm there too. Problem is that there's the long reach factor, which we think that Una probably has in her hand. So we're gonna trash reconnaissance from discard to draw one. Go up with BG. Trash dagger to get two more. Trash the card, get two troops. We don't have the negotiated withdraw, so let's... Just don't know what Paul's capable of. I don't really like this card. It's very awkward to use. Let's trash from Garrison to use it, though. Good turn. Speaking of, what has Paul picked up? Oh, he has that card that gives him BG bumps when he grafts. Yeah, we shouldn't have done that. Guess I should have checked, but there's... In Immortality, there's so much stuff to keep track of. Gonna sneak a Swordmaster in. Okay. Not what I wanted, but is what it is. The nice thing is that we're fighting Eliza, but Eliza is going to have to end her turn earlier than us. Kind of wanted that space. Thinking Signet Ring to Research Station, and just draw more stuff. If we negotiate withdraw out, we can take BG Alliance. If we draw negotiate withdraw. Plus, playing the Signet Ring gives us 2 Solari, which gives us Mentat. Oh, she's hitting troop transports, I think. Nope, invasion ships. There it is. Pick up that scarab. Harvest cells. It's not that good. That's an early game card. The good news, though, is if we play Liaison to Arakim, we're guaranteed an SMF, because all their cards have Persuasion now. Although there's an argument that Kynes is better. But we're not going to get Kynes. Is there any reason to Mentat here? I don't think so. If we were playing it from the tanks, then sure, but otherwise we're not getting a ton of benefit. Might as well just save it for next round. Yuna conspires. Okay, interesting. It's the least efficient way to gain Solari on Yuna is conspiring, but sometimes it's still good. And it's a cool space. And sometimes you need Solari. Yeah. Well, I think we want to negotiate a withdrawal somewhere else now, to be honest. But Paul has 6 points. Maybe we should just try to fight him. So an unfortunate card for him to draw. It's going to make it hard for us to get that spice from the Talaxu track. Scarab track, whatever this thing is called. Not really the one I wanted to draw. It's okay. We actually do reveal before Yuna, which means if Paul doesn't have the 5 persuasion, then we do get Kynes. I don't think that that's likely to happen, but it's a possibility. We also move before him, but the diplomacy we just drew means that we can't reliably steal BG from him. Oh, he got the 5. He's a problem. Maybe we should fight him on BG. I think it's an intrigue card, right? Bypass protocol. Well, there's no card that we can bypass protocol here, really. Yuna did not get the long reach to go off, but she got an intrigue card, which is still pretty good. That I would take for sure. That would give me that point. Actually, researching even one time would, but so would it for Paul. I mean, I'm fighting with Paul on 2 different points right now. This one and also that one. But this one, we're not actually fighting for a point, we're fighting for spice. So it's more important to focus on BG right now. Although I'm not likely to draw the access. There's only one card in my deck that has access at this point, which is kind of rough. I can bypass Protocol of the Guild Bankers, which is pretty cool. I mean, the card's not good, but this is a situation where it is good. We get our Dreadnought back, which is pretty nice. There's our replacement eyes. And if we trash the replacement eyes, hey, that's a scarab. Didn't draw diplomacy, but we didn't really expect to. Maybe graft replacement eyes to experimentation. That way we still get our research bump. Ah, damn it. We're not getting that from him. He drew the cards together again. He's at 8 points. We gotta fight him, right? I forgot he had a power play. It's harder to keep track of what goes to who with these atomics tokens. I think we're gonna go to Carthag here. Maybe Siege Tabor. One water doesn't do a whole lot for us, honestly. Carthag it is. The trash is not necessary. Get the scarab. It's a point. I don't think we need to trash the replacement eyes yet. We're probably going to draw it one more time this game. So, let's trash the experimentation. Okay, there's our access to BG at least. Glimpse the Path is good. We just don't have any spice. Is that her ring she's using? Yes, it is. We do still need to get that Emperor Alliance too, for whatever it's worth. Is it secrets, I guess? I don't know. This is a tough one. Gets another intrigue? Holy crap. We do have to be aware that someone might highliner this round. It doesn't seem good, but they could do it. Doesn't look like we currently are getting an SMF. If we draw that negotiate withdraw, we could steal his alliance. Decisions. Blows up the row. Okay, spiritual fervors are really good, actually. I mean, they're bad, but what they're good at is they're good at letting me potentially steal Paul's alliance, right? 1, 2. BG bump, steal. It's late enough in the game that they're not going to hurt my engine so much. Okay. Interesting card. It's basically another war chest. Probably get there. Our ring helps. If Paul doesn't reinforce the alliance, we might be tempted to reveal early, just to use the spiritual fervors. If the laser doesn't take them. He locks it in. Oh, man. What can you do? I think we still buy him, honestly. We don't reveal early for it, though. I don't know if I'm winning this combat or not. It just depends on what unit reveals. She's got her artillery, so I have to imagine that we're not winning it. But she has one dagger in her play area. Besides the dagger, what of her other cards have daggers on them? Worm Riders. Unnatural reflexes. Yeah, it's not looking good for that. Logically, it's got to be better to take the Siege Tabor than it is to take Imperial Basin, right? I mean, 1 spice. It's like we're kind of gambling on that 1/4 of the negotiate withdraw. Put in 2. Well, if we're at this point, we're going for the combat, so we put in 3, I think. She doesn't have the daggers, but she does have the long-reach intrigue. We need 7 Solari for economic positioning. We'll harvest cells and probably buy a subject. Paul's at 8. I think he's going to get these, yeah, these spiritual fervors. It's hard to fight this guy. I mean, he's also got a shifting allegiances too. Goes to 4 intrigues. At least he didn't have 9. Might be worth picking up an Imperial Spy just to hit wealth one more time. And honestly, we do want more Solari, right? So, it's at 9. I tried to fight him. It's at 10. Okay. So, game's ending next round. Why is this skill bar? Okay. So let's buy 1 spiritual fervor. Solari. And I think we also buy Imperial Spy. We could buy Carino Genes instead, but the Specimen is a more valuable resource than the Persuasion is. They both do pretty much the same thing. I guess this is 2 Solari immediately without having to draw the actual Emperor access. Put it here. Harvest cells. So, subject is a scarab. It's also a card in our deck. You go from up to here to here. I don't want to add more crap to my deck at this point. Let's take the Reclaimed Forces. Wow. That's not lucky for us, is it? We could always just buy the Carino Genes this round, too. Paul's down to 3 entry cards we can't steal from him. Man. So what are we doing here? Research station, probably. Plus wealth. Researching itself gives us a faction bump, so that's about as good as wealth. Get that Emperor Alliance. If we do it on a spice space, we get more than that. Let's do that. Let's experiment to Imperial Basin, get 3 spice, use and glimpse the path. Get our water back. Unit has 2 water, but she's probably going to prioritize Highliner, so we can safely do this. Guild Bankers is excellent. A Scarab is interesting because it's an intrigue. Might be more valuable than the Scarab, actually. Or the Scarab might be more valuable, actually. I guess the value of the faction bump is that we can deploy immediately. And even though we're not winning the combat, we can still negotiate withdraw out. close one, but I think Paul's got this. So we do get Research Station. Barring, like, a Water Peddlers Union or something. I hate playing my liaison here because, like, we really don't want to spend our 2 persuasion cards. I could take Diplomacy to fold space. But then where's my second bump? I guess Negotiate Withdraw is a second bump. Now Paul's already at 11, so... yikes. Doesn't even put troops in. But 5 Solari. I could buy 1 more, probably, off of 2 more off of Carino Genes, but I still need to find 3 more. Even Wealth wouldn't do it. Maybe we Mentat for the SMF and say that we're not getting economic positioning. I think we Research Station before we do any of that. Problem is the trash doesn't do anything. The Specimen kinda does, but not really. The research from the Research Station doesn't matter that much, so maybe we're better off hitting Mentat. But again, we have to play Liaison either way. It's not like we can get away with not playing this card. If we had gone the other direction, we could have trashed economic positioning, which might have been important. We basically have to make up 2 points right now. We have them on Spice if we can get the Spice Must Flow plus the guild point. So I think that the play is definitely Mentat. We need more actions, essentially. I'm just assuming I'm not going to win this combat. Obviously, if I win the combat, we're in great shape. I don't think that's going to happen. So let's hit Mentat. It's honestly not much of an improvement, actually. In fact, it's making me think that we might not be able to, unless the unit doesn't take Research Station here, that we might not be able to get the Spice Must Flow. Spiritual Fervor is a specimen for the Carino Genes, but at this stage, we're just kind of assuming, I think, that we're not getting the combat. Or the economic positioning, I mean. This is tough. Because if we play a Negotiate Withdraw, you know, we don't get to withdraw out, and then we can't get the fold space point. It's not good, because that means he's probably getting an SMF. You'd buy an Intrigue if we could get to the subject. Which is probably a better Hail Mary than the Carino Genes at this point. He's using the Snoopers, which means he's probably got in-game points too. This is tough. Breakthrough. That doesn't really do anything. Unless he's got Chome shares. But it looks like he doesn't. Or if he does, he's keeping his cards by the vest. These other guys don't stand a chance. It's just me and Paul. I don't think there's any combination of actions that wins me the combat. Highliner's taken, and I can't infiltrate it. By from the tanks to Dreadnought, I produce a bunch of troops, which I could then put in the combat. Draws me a card, too. Does that do anything? Probably not. I would have to get very lucky. I guess I could play Diplomacy to Selective. But then I lose the Spice tiebreaker on Paul. It's not great. And then the Negotiate Withdrawal doesn't do anything. So either way, but this is more likely to get us where we want to go. This research just doesn't matter. It just doesn't. So there's the SMF. That's 10, but we're still missing something. What if we went to Research Station? What would happen then? Nothing. None of these cards really matter. I think our only shot is to go to Carthag here at this point. We're getting intrigue from third, so maybe we draw something that bails us out. Is there any way we can get 5 Solari? We can't afford Conspire, so I'm going to say the answer to that is no. We could get the economic positioning, that would be enough, but we can't. He's definitely got an SMF, so he's at 12, so I think we're just kind of out. He's dominated alliances. Power play and shifting allegiances. It's not very immortality, but it's, it'll do the job. I don't think anyone's stealing his alliance. Maybe if we get lucky and Yuna has, like, a demand respect. But Yuna doesn't have the spice to use a demand respect. Maybe if she reveals an SMF, but, like, we're talking, like... This is really grasping at straws, you know? If we bought a Dreadnought, what would that do? Again, the draw just doesn't matter. It doesn't do anything. Let's try to at least break the tie with Paul. It's not like he doesn't have 3 intrigue cards, that'll still win. There's a 2 spice. Yuna, I hope you have the demand respect, but even if she does, I think Paul wins because he buys an SMF. We don't get the Carino genes either. Our path here is Paul not having an SMF and Yuna having demand respect, which is a very narrow path. Or the third... Well, he doesn't have the 8. Or the 9, I mean. So he doesn't go to 12. Does he have an intrigue card to provide persuasion? 3 daggers. Which means he's going to beat me in the combat. And get another intrigue card. Well, I guess we're negotiating withdrawing. I don't know what good it does us, but get us 1 away from that guild bump. He built a killer deck. Maybe I should have picked Paul instead of Ilban. Nope, no demand respect. Just plain old-fashioned Paul win. Nagged us by 1 point. Damn. 1 point. I kind of feel that the battle was lost at the BG Alliance, but I think the mistake was that I played the strong arm to BG. That was the mistake. Because I could have taken another alliance. Like, if I had the Fremen Alliance instead of the BG one. The thing is, though, like... or, like, if I had an extra bump on Guild. The thing is, though, like... I forced him to put a bunch of extra effort into defending this to slow him down. And if I didn't do that, he would have found other points elsewhere. So, I don't know. I think I did play the strong arm wrong. But... I don't know if that would have fixed things. Problem is, 2 of the players just weren't competitive at all. Well, that's not really the problem. The problem is he won, which is not a problem. Good game to him. Sorry, I'm getting stuck in the analytical mode of like, how could I have won this game, and then not like being appropriately gracious to my opponents potentially. He played a good game. I'm glad he won. Besides the fact that obviously I want myself to win.